Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I do hope that you guys are doing well today. This is going to be the first installment of Share It Saturday, in which I have joined forces with a couple of young ladies who are going to share with you all our cutting machines, as well as some maybe tips and tricks for those of you who have perhaps gotten a cutting machine for Christmas, or um, who are considering purchasing one, or who just want to see some other features that you don't often see, or maybe you do and just don't know how to use in your programming. This collaboration is being hosted by Scrappy Tate and co-hosted by Sharon Moore, who is Ebony. And in the description box below will be other pertinent information. We will be uploading on the second Saturday of each month. My focus is going to be on the Silhouette products, mainly the Silhouette Cameo 4. It's the machine that I use the most, and it's the one that I'm most comfortable with. So this introductory video is just going to share with you why I purchased the machine that I have, any type of initial complications and difficulties I had, different types of products that I enjoy using with my machine, and yeah, I'm gonna keep it brief this first one. Maybe as we go further into the and further into the collaboration, I'll be able to do things a little bit more extensive as I get certain software hooked up where I'm able to share my screen and things of that nature. So anyway, in front of you is the Silhouette Cameo 4. One thing I will say is that when I make a big purchase like this, and I've learned in the past, and this is the reason why I do this, I always make these purchases through the manufacturer. So I got this I got the Silhouette Cameo from the Silhouette store. I bought my Cricut maker from Cricut, because typically after the warranty is over, they still stand behind their products and are still willing to help you. And that goes way further than purchasing something at Joann's or Michael's, where you may not get that type of service after the machine. Well, you won't get that type of service after the machine breaks down. Let's see. I think I paid maybe like this was in the $300 mark, and it came with a Silhouette Mint machine, which is their personal stamping machine. I've never used it. It's still in the box. It was just a free purchase with the purchase of the machine. And to be honest, I have no desire in using that at all, so I won't be doing anything and showing you all that. I basically got this machine because of the cutting force behind it. I had the second one, and this one boasted on its ability to be able to cut thicker materials like chipboard, and things of that nature. And while it probably is capable of doing it, maybe user error, I have not been successful in being able to champion that. So for me, I don't know that this upgrade was a necessity, and I'm just going to be honest, unless I can get to the point where I am utilizing this to be able to cut the heavier materials in which I purchased it to do. My main thing was in graduating from the portrait, which is a smaller cutting surface. I think it's like 8.5 by 12, which I was fine with. I had no problems. I was just using it for paper crafting, for cutting cards and stuff. But in Silhouette Design Studio, they didn't have a lot of cut files for the portrait, for portrait compatibility for the bigger products. But now that they've introduced the Portrait 3, you are seeing where you can get bigger projects scaled down, where you have more pieces that fit onto the cut the cutting surface of the silhouette portrait. So where in one sheet you may be able to do a box here, like this type of box, where in one cut you may be able to do one, it'll just break it down into two cuts, which is absolutely fine by me. So there's that. So I am going to share with you all the mats and the mats I use. So this is a pigskin mat. I use this mat where I cut out my stamp images and I put an offset behind it. And I purchased this basically to save money on dyes, because dyes can be expensive and sometimes the cuts can be off, and I'm not a happy camper after I've colored the image and I go to cut it and it's not lined up. It's just not conducive of my time. So I was not happy with that. So this is one of the reasons why I use the pigskin in my purchase, in my Cameo. The Cameo comes with its own mat, and I find it to be a bit flimsy. So I don't use this mat very much. In fact, I never use it. I always use one of either the off-brand, which this is a NICAPA mat. I get this on Amazon, and you can usually get about 3 of these mats for like $10.99. And these are a great brand mat. I really enjoy using those. And also I use mainly my Cricut mat in my silhouette machine, because this is highly durable. So there's that. In terms of blades, there's various blades you can use in carriage too, and I have most of them. Like I said, I haven't championed those yet, so I won't be able to talk about those yet. But I'll tell you guys about these blades. This is the blade for number 1, and this is the auto blade. And what this does is the machine reads the material that you're cutting, and it just automatically adjusts it. Now this is one that I've used. You go through them a lot, depending on what you're using them for. And I'm not very fond of this, to be honest. So I always use the ratchet blade. These are price pointed at like $12.99. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, and you can use a coupon, so they end up being about $8. I have a stockpile of these, and the only difference is that in order to cut, you just manually have to adjust it. And the machine came with a converter adapter, in which it has the reading bar on here, and you just slip this into your machine like so, and you just use it to cut. So there's that. I'm gonna go over maybe the next time different types of files that you can use on this program, because I'd like to actually show those. But while I have you, I'm going to show some projects that I've created with the machine so that you get some ideas on the capabilities of it. So I cut this box out. This is one of the files. And to go with it, I made a card. This is totally from the software. Everything is totally from the software. And then even the everything is totally from the software. So this is a project that I created with that. This box here, this is a greeting farm die, but the box itself I cut on the machine. I tend to, here I have to show you this, sorry. You guys know that I tend to make a lot of mini books, mini albums, and I like to store them. So this is just a base I'm working on, but I like to store them so that I'm able to gift them. So these are just boxes that I've cut out, and usually I will cut them. I do a really big spine, so usually I'll cut them the size of the actual album that I'm working on to house these when I'm selling them. So that is a good thing. And then just like things like this. I'm able to store these flat. These are gable boxes. I'm able to store them flat and use them in envelopes. Die cut words in shadow pieces. These I use in my scrapbook layouts. Envelopes and pockets. And then even I told you guys that I like to create these. So these boxes, it's an acetate box, and I can manipulate the size of the box so that I can accommodate whatever it is I'd like to put in there. These type of things where I am able to store whatever I'm working on if it's a project, or I can gift these. And then I followed a tutorial by Jen Cassell, in which she did a memory decks holder. So I did this one, and yeah, these are just some of the type of projects that you can use to cut with your cutting machine. I didn't purchase that machine just to make circles or hearts. And when I did, you know, if I did or do use that, it's because I'm mass producing for work. Things that I plan on using in maybe an onboarding, or in a meeting or something of that nature, where I'm able to personalize things to the participants. So yeah, that's basically it as far as my introductory video is concerned. Like I said, we'll be uploading on the second Saturday of every month. And next Saturday, I'll be a little bit more prepared, hopefully. Well, the next Saturday we come on to share with you all a shared screen where we can actually delve into some of the programming and some of the things in which I find enjoyable about working with the silhouette. So guys, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time, and I hope that you are doing well. If you have any comments, or if you have any questions, you may ask them in the description box below. Take a look at the other participants, and we welcome your support. Okay guys, bye for now.